Hello, my YouTube family. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video, we are back to the pick a cards or pick a pile. Okay, it's gonna be all about the hidden truth that you need to know. I feel like not only is this in line with astrology at the current time of when I'm posting this, but it's something that I've repeatedly been getting channel messages about, like something's being revealed, someone's having an awakening, something's being revealed. So we are going to go ahead and have you pick out of the 4 piles here and get into what's being hidden from you and what you need to know. Okay, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. Our community is building beautifully. It makes me so happy and so thankful. So continue to support me here. And of course, I will continue giving y'all the tea, giving y'all the content, okay? If there's any other topics you would like to receive readings on or any other chit chat topics that you would like me to discuss, comment down below. Do not be afraid. I do this for you guys, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get into our card or pile selection. Here we have pile number 1, number 30, meditation. Here we have pile number 2, number 5, visual guidance. Here we have pile number 3, number 6, trust. And last but not least, here we have pile number 4, number 21, angels. So you can pick however you feel called to pick. As always, I will have the timestamps in the description and possibly in the comments for you down there. So use that if you please. Use the emojis if you please. Random select, angel numbers. Maybe you just turned 21. That's your pile. I mean, you can really choose however you see fits, okay? As long as you are using your intuition and you are confident in the pile that you pick, you know you will pick the pile for you. All right, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into what is being hidden from you and what you need to know. All right, pile number 1, if you picked the card of meditation, number 30, you are at your correct pile. So this is actually the last card we're going to get into. So we're going to put her all the way over here for now. But let's go ahead and pull out your pre-selected cards. I have not yet looked at your cards, analyzed them, or anything of that nature. So we really will see what's going on here together. We have the 4 of Swords coming out. That's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay. Interesting. We'll actually go ahead and put this down here. Interesting. We're going to lay these out and then we're going to get into the tea. All right. Let's go ahead and get into your message. As always, if you would like a private reading with me, you want to book privately, you can do that only and only through my website, okay? All right, so let's start with the things that you already know about the situation that you're currently in. We have the maiden archetype here, so Virgo could be significant. You could be a Virgo, or someone in this situation is a Virgo, okay? This maiden archetype describes someone who's very youthful. They are very pure, so to speak. They've got this level of innocence and naivety to them that lots of other people no longer have or don't have anymore. Okay, this person is highly intuitive and they're very naturally creative, very deeply creative. So they're not, you know, stupid, okay? Especially, I feel like, yeah, we have the anticipation is killing me. And we also have your talents and knowledge make you unique. So yeah, there's something here. You are already aware of how different you are. You know what I mean? You're already aware of the, I'm seeing a very thick black line. So there's a very clear distinction between how you do things, your personality, how you choose to live, and the other, right? It's giving, I feel like, a black sheep. And you know that something is building. You can feel the anticipation building. You can feel something about to pop off or something about to happen. Okay, so getting into the things about the situation that are actually hidden to you, the things that you don't quite know yet. We have restraining order, and we have best strip clubs in the USA, dating, giving all their money to strippers. So yeah, this is why it feels like you're a black sheep, because the people around you, the energy that they're in, is very, very different, honey. The energy that you're in, again, is very pure. It's very clean. And it's not to say you haven't done anything wrong. It's not to say that you can't have fun, anything like that. But again, we're speaking about energy. We're speaking about the energy of this situation specifically. And you bring a very pure energy. You bring a certain light to the room. And unfortunately, the other people in this room, they like to do their dirty work in the dark. Okay, so you're starting to realize, okay, there's something that, you know how you just feel it. You feel when something's weird. You feel when something's off. That's how you've been feeling. And it feels like anticipation. It feels like you're waiting for something to happen. It's because you're aware that there are things going on underneath you. There are things going on around you, things that you wouldn't be okay with, things that if people were to ask you, they know you would say no. But that's why they're doing it in secret. That's why it's hidden. That's why this is something that you had to come to me to figure out, and that someone couldn't, be open and be honest about. Someone doesn't feel like, for example, this is just an example, take it as it resonates. This is giving me the vibes of someone who, say you're in a relationship, you're dating someone who has had a lot of dating experience. They've been out and about on the town, and this is your first, second, third relationship. Okay, this person is very comfortable going out to bars, going out to clubs. They're possibly very comfortable being very flirtatious, making sexual comments, making, you know what I mean? The boundaries, the distinction is there, but the boundaries are not there. So this person, again, feels very comfortable doing things and saying things and living in ways that you would not approve of, that you do not approve of. Okay, that is what is hidden to you. You already know. You're very intuitive. Again, you already have been feeling this. This person has been off, or these people have been off. This friend group has been feeling weird. My coworkers have been, acting a little bit stranger. You could be, again, a Virgo energy out here. We got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. I'm picking up some Scorpio or some Pisces water sign energy here, because your intuition is unmatched, okay? And even though this is something that was hidden to you, something that you weren't very aware of, you never needed someone to spell it out for you. You never really needed someone else to spell it out. But that's how people view you. They see you as someone who needs things to be spelled out. They see you as someone who's maybe naive. They see you as someone who's gullible. But you understand, I just do things differently. It doesn't make me ignorant, okay? Now, we do have the Four of Swords coming out here, and the Four of Swords coming out kind of is giving us a hint of what you can expect coming up here. So definitely expect to feel a little burnt out, expect to feel a little bit under the weather. You could be catching a cold coming up here soon, or already have, symptoms of that. Also, be wary of burnout. Be wary of wasted energy. You don't want to invest in someone to try to convince someone of your worth, of your status, of your knowledge, of your skill, of your power, of your grace, only to have them go, you know what, you're right. You are the person that you say you are. Congrats. Right? What does that validation really do for you? Okay, but in hindsight, burn you the fuck out energetically, trying to search and chase for approval. You know what I mean? Something else that's very significant to me in this image is the way that this woman is dressed in this image. So funerals could be significant here. You could be dressing up to go to a funeral. You could be getting dressed up in a very professional kind of way. There could be a job application coming up here. There is something that you could be investing your time and your mentality in, your focus in, but you don't feel like, or maybe these people are convincing you, this person is convincing you that you don't really have what it takes. You don't have it in you. Okay. You ain't got that dog in you. You can't get it done. Right. But that's not true. That's not the case at all. Okay. Let me see. I also do feel like, what else is coming out here? This Four of Swords still poking out to me. Yeah. Okay. So self-care is going to be very, very significant for you, coming up after this. So you can also expect, again, feeling this tiredness, feeling this possible burnout. Expect to take more time resting. Expect to take more time retreated in your internal kind of inverted thoughts. Okay, excuse me. Life is about to become about you. It's not about to be about other people anymore. You're not going to be just a supporting character anymore. Okay, life is about to put you on the front lines. Okay, and you have to be comfortable with not only being different, being unique, being yourself in that way, but you also have to be comfortable communicating your boundaries. Okay, this restraining order, this could be literal. I hope it's not, but this could be literal for some of you. This could be a literal manifestation of a lack of boundaries for some people, whether this be you having a hard time setting those boundaries or other people having a hard time listening to your boundaries. But again, there's just this perspective that this person or these people have on you that makes them feel like they can take advantage, and you have to be able to stand your ground and tell people, if that's how you're going to treat me, I'm gone. And if this is how you are going to act, if this is your personality and this is not just a fluke, I'm gone. Okay. Last but not least, we have number 30, meditation. This was the card that you originally picked in your pick a card. So we are going to go ahead and dive into this. The number 30 or the number 3 could definitely be significant for you. And that talks about growth, okay, which is something that you're definitely going to be experiencing. You're going to be experiencing, pile number 1, a lot of internal and mental growth. So meditation is no surprise that you're getting the meditation card out as your advice. Okay, but let's go ahead into the book, see what they have to say. You have drawn this card today to reassure you that even though meditation might feel awkward to you, your intuition will love you for it. Excuse me. It says, many people find the process of meditation frustrating or boring. They become restless and wonder if they're doing it correctly and find it impossible to quiet their constant stream of thoughts. After a while, they begin to wonder what the point in meditating is if they have so many other important things to be doing. Does this scenario sound familiar to you? Well, hope is not lost. You can meditate and you will be able to do it properly. Something of a myth has arisen around meditation in Western culture. We have been assured that meditating should be relaxing. We are constantly shown images of serene-looking people sitting cross-legged at the base of a tropical waterfall and so blissed out that they could stay there all day. The image of meditation is great for marketing, but the truth is that meditation is a discipline, and it can feel like work. You will engage in wrestling matches with your thoughts. Your will be tested and bored, and your back will ache. So why do it? Meditation is included in these cards because its benefits are so powerful and so life-enhancing. It really is worth your while finding a method that works for you. Again, talking about this unique energy, finding things that work for you, that are unique to you, that don't have to work for other people, that don't have to be explained to or for other people. Okay? It says, your intuition will grow simply by virtue of you sitting still for 10 minutes a day and focusing your attention on your breath, a candle flame, or a simple mantra. The quiet space you create during this time might feel awkward to you, but your angels and God and spirit guides, soul, spirit, higher self, and intuition will love you for it. When you take time out from the noise and busyness of your life and pay attention to your inner world, your spiritual world, all of these subtle forms of support and guidance will be able to connect with you more freely. I love that so bad. I'm not even gonna, yeah. I feel like that summed that up perfectly. I feel like that's exactly what you needed to hear at the end of this reading, especially as someone who is very intuitive, someone who does have a deep respect and a deep openness for source and source perspective. You have a lot of knowledge and a lot of talents that make you you. And meditating, allowing yourself to flow through these thoughts is a good way to hopefully avoid that burnout for you, especially mentally as well, okay? All right, y'all. I think that's all I got for you, pile number one. If you notice that people are doing things, moving in ways that don't align with you, do what you gotta do, okay? Don't be afraid to do what you gotta do. I love you. I appreciate you. If you are looking for private advice, one-on-one readings, you can check my website, described in the description below. And if not, I'll catch you right back here on my YouTube channel, babe. Till next time. All right. Hello, pile number two. If you picked card 5, visual guidance, then you are at your correct pile. I absolutely love this imagery. And we will get into this card. This is actually going to be the very last card that we get into. So we'll put this to the side as we lay out what we have here. Ooh, okay. Very interesting. Okay. Now this is interesting. We're actually going to move this just a bit. Here we go. All right, just setting our cards out, feeling out the energy. I don't know if you can feel it, but I can feel it, okay? And we're going to get into the tea. If you guys are looking for private guidance, one-on-one bookings with me, check the description below. I have a lot of options down there for you, as well as other services to help you along on your spiritual or self-mastery journey, okay? All right, let's get into the tea. So let's talk about what we already know about the situation before we get into the unknowns. So for the last 6 months to a year, there's been a lot of wins, a lot of losses. Maybe for some of my collective here for pile 2, it's been more losses than wins, right? There's been something here. And again, this doesn't feel like one situation I'm talking about, although it could be. But for pile number 2, I feel like this is talking about a string of events, a sequence of events over the last 6 months to a year that have led to this crash out energy, right? That feels like the last straw. That feels like something is so upsetting and so intense that there's drama curated around it. There's instability curated around this negative experience. Okay, that is what I'm picking up here. We also have money losses, prepare, save, and plan. So you've been very aware of your finances, maybe hyper aware of your lack of finances. There are things that you want that you don't have, and you have been upset about it. Okay, babe, that's what I'm picking up. For the last 6 months to a year for pile number 2 here, losses have felt easy and wins have felt hard. Okay, and things are going to be shifting for you, definitely 100,000%. But Spirit doesn't want you to feel like, how can I say this for pile number 2, please, Spirit? Spirit doesn't want you to feel like anything is out of your hands, especially in this situation. Although, yes, there are things that are hidden to you. There are things that are unknown to you. There will always be unknowns to every situation. over the last 6 months, possibly to a year for you, you have been understanding and learning the definition of impermanence, the definition of come and go, right? You have to be able to be, I love this phrase, be a conduit of money. What does that mean? That means be an avenue for money, be an avenue for abundance. That doesn't mean, oh, I have to chase it, and once I get it, I keep it. That means it will come when it wants to come, and I'm going to love it. And when it goes, I'm going to appreciate it like I still have it. And that is how you stay in this high vibrational energy surrounding abundance, surrounding money, surrounding finances, surrounding wins and losses of your goals or achievements and successes when it comes to your goals. But also, it's how you, how can I say, strike a balance or keep a balance, okay, especially mentally. All right, so, you know, things have been rough for you, honey, especially money-wise, abundance-wise, but this is not something that, this is not as big as a problem as you have made it to be, okay? Pile number 2, it's not as big of a problem as you have created it to be. The drama surrounding this situation, these wins and losses or perceived wins and losses, have simply, how can I say this? You've taken shit too far, pile number 2. You've let your emotions carry you to the horizon and beyond, okay? And Spirit's telling you, center yourself, come back to earth for me. We have another year coming up, okay? And as this other year comes up, what is it that's been hidden to you about this situation? Well, new man, new woman. There's a new man or woman coming into your life, and they are elegant, they're classy, they're luxurious, they're intelligent, they're smart. Intelligent, I said intelligent, smart. That was a funny example, but these people are very intentional and deliberate with how they move and why they make the decisions that they do. And that's somebody that you need in your life. That's somebody you should be not copying, definitely not, but you should be inspired by. Don't just look at that random person online that overnight has success and then suddenly I have a brand deal because of this one random video I posted that blew up. It can be very cool, but those people are not idols or symbols of stability, consistency, consistent growth. They are examples of chance, of miracles. And as someone who has been in a very tough mentality when it comes to our perceptions on wins and losses, miracles aren't what you need to be going for. Consistency is what you need to be going for. Okay, pile number 2. So here's your confirmation, honey. This new man or woman is coming into your life, and they're coming in to help you with your stability, provide. And I'm not saying that for everyone. This is sugar daddy, sugar mama coming in to provide for you. Okay, I'm not saying that. But energetically, this person is coming in to help. Okay, spiritually, this person was sent to you to help change your perspective on abundance, on finances, on luxurious living. It can look how you decide for it to look. Okay, pile number 2. We also have the Ace of Pentacles coming out here, which is a great card to receive when we are talking about abundance, when we're talking about growth, and when we have previously had these losses, crash outs, especially around money and savings. Okay, so what can you expect next, pile number 2? The Ace of Pentacles, new jobs, new abundance, brand new shiny things. Okay, and this is not just you receiving $1 million. Okay, but this looks like you're receiving free lotto tickets. Okay, you see the vibe, you see what I'm saying here? Spirit's telling you, what is your perception? What is your definition of a win and a loss? And can that change? The answer is you need that to be able to change. You cannot just take the things that you are seeing at face value and say, okay, this is my reality. This is what it is. Never going to change. Never. This is permanent. No, okay, pile number 2, that's not true. And there's someone specific, very specific, coming in to show you this, to teach you this, to mentor you, to guide you. Okay. I really love this for you. I'm excited for you, pile number 2. This is a very very abundant person coming in to help. Okay, I love that for you. The Ace of Pentacles does represent Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, so any of those can be confirmations for you as well. The Ace of Pentacles can also speak about, especially as far as expectation goes, or as far as soon to come experiences. This can talk about you, again, getting a new job, getting a new car, filling out new applications, getting an internship. This could be discovering a new field of work or a new hobby. This is something that opens the door to brand new, fresh, and surplus abundance. Okay, this is not the abundance. They're not just going to hand you the money, but they are going to hand you an opportunity. And why is that? Again, this is not a lesson, a time to learn about miracles and big lump sums and random wins. This is for you to learn, how can I consistently win? How can I consistently, day by day, week by week, get the results that I'm looking for and then some? Okay, pile number 2. Woo! Okay, we got card number 5, visual guidance. We're going to go ahead into the book and read this as your last card. This is going to be your advice moving forward, especially as you kind of integrate the things that you're learning, this hidden information that you now know. Okay, so let's go ahead and see in the book what number 5, visual guidance, wants you to know. Make sure, again, if you would like personal guidance from me, check the description below. I have a couple options for you for tarot readings, and I have other things as well. So you will be able to find something for you. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and see what number 5, visual guidance, has to say. It says, you have drawn this card today to reassure you that you can and will develop intuitive insight. Be patient with yourself and let it come. Yeah, that's kind of the problem here. There's a lack of trust in your intuition. There's a lack of clarity here. And it's really affected your confidence. But that's all changing, babe. That's all changing. This is what it says. The faculty of second sight is often the most difficult of the intuitive senses to develop. Some people report a certain feeling of trepidation around being shown a vision, fearing they might feel overwhelmed in some way. But the universe is not like Hollywood. Your intuition will never attempt to frighten or shock you. It can be a little surprising or confusing until you grow accustomed to it. But once you do, the visual guidance is an absolute delight. Intuitive sight usually arises like a subtle picture in your mind's eye. It can be fleeting, persistent, or repetitive, a still image, or like a movie. It can even be in black and white. As your intuitive sight wakes up and begins to develop, you might only see colors first rather than any distinct forms, such as places or people, angels, or spirit guides. You utilize the gift of your mind's eye every day. Whenever you think back to something that happened in the past, you picture that scenario, and whenever you read, you picture the characters. In the same way, whenever you try to anticipate future events, you will see snippets of those possibilities in your mind's eye. Try it now and you'll see what I mean. It's literally like an image inside of your head. You can train your intuitive sight to deliver visual guidance with increasing clarity by asking it for help with simple matters such as finding a misplaced item, for example. Ask your intuition for help and then let go and get on with your day. If you do this often enough, you'll soon notice the visual messages coming through, such as a quick image showing you where to look. You can also stimulate your intuitive sight by meditating on your third eye or enhancing its ability with certain crystals. The key is to be patient with yourself. Your second sight has always been with you, so give it time to reawaken and give yourself time to reattune to it. I feel like that's the most important part right there. Give yourself time. Over the last 6 months to a year, you've been crashing out, you've been losing it, you've been emotional because you have not been giving yourself grace. You have not been giving yourself space to make these decisions and be okay with the decisions that you have made, and be okay with the decisions that maybe you don't have a lot of control over, or the places in your life that you find yourself that again, you might not have had much of an option towards, okay, at least at the time. Understanding and trusting that in any given moment, at any time, you are following your intuition, you are following your intuitive vision, your intuitive sight, and going in the direction you feel is best. There's no way that you can be upset with yourself and judge yourself and not be happy with the direction you're going in. You know what I mean? Pile number 2. So you got this, honey. You got some great vibes coming in. And you got some great vibes personality wise. You're very resilient, okay? A lot more resilient than you've recently been giving yourself credit for. So continue to build, okay? Don't worry about the wins. Don't worry about the losses. Worry about the progress. Worry about moving forward, okay? Pile number 2. I love you guys. I cannot wait to see you either in a private booking, a private reading, or right back here on my YouTube channel. Either way is okay with me. All right, you guys. I'll see you later. Hello, pile number 3. If you picked card number 6 of trust, then you are at your correct reading, okay? We're actually going to get into this card very last. That'll be your piece of advice. Let's see. Okay, got the 10 of Pentacles coming out. We're just seeing which way these cards want to fall. Okay, we're going to put these together like this. Oh, yeah. Something's telling me to put these cards together. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get into the tea, honey. What is being hidden? What do you already know? What's coming up? Let's talk about all of it, okay? If you are ever looking for private guidance, if you're ever looking to book with me one-on-one, whether it's tarot guidance or otherwise, you can find everything you need on my website, which is in my link tree in the description below. So super easy, super quick, and super helpful, okay? Let's go ahead, pile number 3, and get into your message. So let's first talk about what we already know about the situation. And what we already know is that there's an Aries involved, okay? So this could be you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or this could be someone else. You have been getting some interesting vibes from this Aries, okay? Vibes that you're not fucking with, okay? And I'm not fucking with them either now that I'm picking it up. Okay, we have 62, 65, so the number 62 could be significant, 65, 6265 could surprisingly be a number that you're seeing. Let me have 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So number 8 or 11 could be significant here. The number 19 could be significant. The number 10 or the number 1. Okay, any of those could be significant for you. Those could be angel numbers that you've been seeing. Those could be birth dates, anniversary dates, death dates, anything that's significant for you, okay, just as further confirmation. We have your work and efforts are acknowledged and appreciated. You're supported and your angels are constantly guiding you. Okay, and then we have 11th house. So the 11th house is about our friendships, our social networking, our community involvement. So already, what you already know, what you're aware of in this situation is that there's a lot of energy at play. Not only do you, yes, have a lot of support from the energies at play, you have a lot of involvement with multiple energies here at play. But there's a lot of people in your energy who really highly respect you, really highly appreciate you, who acknowledge that you work hard, that you put in a lot of effort and you put in a lot of love and support into what it is you do, whatever you do, okay? There are people who really like you, pile number 3, and I'm not surprised about that at all. There are a lot of things that you have in common with people. Your Saturn, Uranus placements can be significant. Wherever you have Aquarius in your birth chart as well is super significant. And you've been seeing a lot more movement and energy in that house as well. So comment below, what house, pile number 3, do you have Aquarius in, okay? And if it's the 11th house, super confirmation there for you. All right. Again, we already know that there's an Aries in the situation that's been stirring up the pot, so to speak. Okay, I feel like this Aries energy is almost like the singled out energy. This energy is the energy I'm picking up. It's almost like the hater out of the group type shit. Okay, so maybe, yeah, you already know there's a hater in the mix. There's somebody who, you know, on the positive side, the Aries energy can be, they can be initiators. They can be very good at getting people up and moving and motivated. But in the reverse, they can be very reckless. They can be very impulsive and do things based on how they feel and how good it feels versus, hey, this is actually the outcome that I want, so I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? And looking at the cards that we have, again, it's making sense. We have dodging bullets coming out here. So you could literally, not literally, I hope not literally, but you could be figuratively dodging bullets here when it comes to certain people in your friend group or certain people in your community. There are people who you've encountered, who you've been encountering that, you know when someone is giving you off vibes, when someone feels like they're not being genuine, okay, when someone's moving reckless or impulsively, and you know how to get yourself out of the fucking way, okay? So that's something that you have not even been aware of, or something that's been hidden to you. You have dodged a lot more fucking bullets than you know, pile number 3. I want you to stop right now. Stop right now. Look up to the motherfucking sky and say, thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, angels. Because they've been working hard. Because there's at least one person in your energy who's been working hard to manipulate your energy, to mess with your energy. So your spirit team has been working 10 times harder to make sure that this person, number one, is not affecting you and affecting your energy and impacting the things that you want to do. But secondly, that to make sure this person isn't spreading that energy into your community, into your support system, because you have a good support system. And I feel like this person might not feel that same support from their own support system. So they see you with a good support system and they're like, oh, fuck this bitch. They have everything I want. I don't like them, right? You've met people like that. I know you have. Okay. Let's see what else is hidden here. We have emotionally immature man or boy. Definitely giving Aries. Okay. So this is from the movie Little Man. Little Man can be significant. I love that movie. It says they refuse to grow up, make promises they know they don't plan on keeping. This could be someone who's still living at home with their parents. Again, giving big Aries vibes there. There's someone in your energy who is super immature, super immature. They definitely give manipulation kind of vibes, but not in like a narcissistic, I'm manipulating you consciously kind of way, but in a very childish, I want this, I want you to do this, so I'm doing this. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost whiny. It's almost like they do it in a tantrumy way versus someone who might be narcissistic or you know, psychopathic, so to speak, doing it in a very strategic and methodical way. Hopefully that makes sense for you. And this is something that you have not really realized, or this person is someone you have not yet woken up to, kind of being like, okay, this person doesn't know how to take no for an answer. That's what I'm getting with this card here. Usually this card does come out in the upright for me. And this time, that's not what we're seeing. Okay, and it's for a reason. This person doesn't know how to take no for an answer. They know how to get the answers that they want. But again, you have been dodging bullets that you are not even aware of. So don't start with the anxiety bullshit. Don't start with the, oh my God, what do I do? continue to do exactly what you've been doing, pile number 3, because it's working for you, and that's what matters. If this person starts to get uncomfortable, if this person starts to get riled up when they notice that you're taking more time for yourself, you're spending less time with them, you're more focused on people who are also doing this thing instead of just hanging out, okay? Here's an example. This is just an example, but use your intuition, take what resonates, right? I get the example of someone who's like a really big smoker, and they have a lot of smoker friends, right? And there's, you know, the group of friends, the group of smokers who like to get up and get moving, go outside, get active when they smoke. And then there might be 1 or 2 people in the group who smoke and they get unmotivated. They want to lay around. There's nothing they want to do. They just want to be high and sitting down. That's a very light example of the energy that I'm picking up. But in addition to that, there's this layer of, I want that. There's this layer of envy. There's this layer of jealousy that you have been being protected from, pile number 3. So I'm hearing jewelry breaking. If your jewelry has been breaking, especially if you have crystals or any spiritual jewelry, if those things have been breaking, there is your confirmation, okay? These energies have been trying to overtake you, and your spiritual team has been working hard to keep that shit at bay, okay? Now here we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I had to make sure. Here we have the 10 of Pentacles coming out here. It did come out in the reverse, okay? So this coming out, telling us a little bit of what you can expect, is actually kind of an interesting card to get. I do feel like there's going to be a little bit of confusion moving forward. You know, you might start to lean into this energy of hiding away, not really having a clear. All right, pile number 3. My camera got hot. She cut out, but we're going to be okay. Let's continue. Like I was saying, I really do feel like this card is kind of telling us you might start to hide away, not really having a very clear vision of like what you want your relationships or friendships or community connections to feel like and look like, because things are starting to shift. It's kind of like when you, and hopefully this is not the case, but when you get betrayed, when you get played, when you get possibly cheated on in a relationship, something of the sort, you get betrayed in a very deep and emotional way, it completely shifts the way that you view and approach relationships and connections from that point on. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. There's this one person who's just making shit so hard, and they're changing your approach to relationships and connections. And that doesn't mean it has to be a negative change. It doesn't mean it has to be, oh my God, they changed me forever. Now I struggle making friends, right? That's not what I'm saying here. But what I am saying here is there's going to be a new appreciation, a new way that you're sharing your values and traditions, and that you're connecting with people who are, again, instead of bringing this negative energy, bringing this prosperous and very wealthy and very intentionally, deliberately connected energy. You know what I mean? You got some good changes. You got some good changes coming, and there are people in your life who can be very helpful in this change, not just observing it or like giving you pats on the back. Yeah, you got this, but literally helping you see how good it can be. Okay. This one person may be an example of how negative things can be, but you're starting to realize, okay, if things can get this bad, why can't things get this good? You know what I mean? And how can I make sure that this is where my relationships are and not here? Okay. So let's answer that question. Actually, we have number 6, trust. This is the card that you picked when you picked your pile today. And it's the card that's gonna give us your piece of advice here at the end of your reading. So as always, if you're looking for private advice, personal advice, you can book with me through my description below. But let's go ahead and see what your final card says. All right, it says, you have drawn this card today to encourage you. When you act on feel-good intuitions, the results will speak for themselves. Yes, you have a lot of positive energy. You have a lot of good vibes. This is why Spirit has no problem protecting you, helping you dodge these bullets, helping you avoid these negative energies and entities. And it's up to you to decide, is this what I want my connections to look like? And if not, what am I going to do about it? It says, how do you learn to trust your intuition? How can you be sure that your inner sense of guidance isn't mere daydreaming or wishful thinking? Do you need to practice for years, read hundreds of books, or be born with a special gift? The answer is actually much simpler than that. The key is to act. Everything is either good or bad, up or down, positive or negative, right or wrong. But life is much more nuanced than that. From our first days at school, we're taught that there is a right and a wrong answer to every question and a right and a wrong way of doing things. But where's the creativity and individuality in this perspective? When you act on your inner prompts, those unexpected feelings of just knowing, you will discover more about yourself and your life and the unique language of your intuition. Over time, you will start to notice the difference between a mere thought generated by your black and white mind trying to be right and your intuition guiding you to step outside the square and explore other possibilities. They will actually feel different, as though a mere thought has a different texture or vibration from an intuitive, inspired idea. The thought will come with some degree of effort, the thought will come with some degree of effort, but the intuitive guidance will pop up unexpectedly, often bringing with it a feeling of wonder and delight. Notice how quickly your logical mind tries to shut down that positive feeling, telling you it couldn't possibly be right. Train yourself to recognize that moment when the inspiration arrives, then act on it. Learning to trust your intuition will probably take a little time because it's a new habit and you need to develop it. Trust grows from taking action and experiencing the results. Now, one thing I also want to say with this, trusting yourself and trusting your intuition comes from a lot of small acts and behaviors. For example, if you're telling yourself, I trust in myself, I trust in my ability to make friends, I trust in my ability to make good friends, good quality friends. However, every time your intuition tells you to reach out to someone, connect with this person, you ignore it. That is a small but significant way that you are telling yourself, I can't trust my inner voice. I can't trust my intuition. Although my intuition is telling me to do this, I do not believe I'm going to get the result that I want, so I'm not going to do it. Okay, whether that's your reasoning or not, that is what your mind is going to believe, okay? So, my loves, woo, this was quite a reading. This was a little bit chaos, okay? You can definitely expect the energy to slow down significantly, but don't expect things to make a lot of sense. You have to make things make sense for you, okay? Pile number 3. I love you guys. As always, make sure to check the description below if you're looking for personal guidance, one-on-one bookings, and if not, I will catch you right back here on my YouTube channel. Bye, y'all. All right, pile number 4. If you picked number 21, Angels, you are at your correct reading. And this is actually going to be the very last card that we read and get into. That'll be your advice, but let's go ahead and lay out your cards. We're going to see what the vibe is. What is it that you need to know? What's being hidden from you, my love? What do you already know about the situation? We're going to get into it all, okay? Interesting. Okay. We're actually going to move this just a little bit. All right, my love. So I'm already picking up some very questionable energy. Okay, let's start with the things that we already know about this situation, the things that are not necessarily a surprise in this situation, okay? So starting off on the left side here, we're starting with turn around. This isn't the path that you're meant to walk down. There's something that here that you need to recognize, that you have yet to recognize. So obviously, you're very aware, pile number 4, that things aren't going in the direction they should be. Okay, and by should be, I mean in the direction that you feel they should be going in. Something feels disconnected, something feels wrong, something feels off. It feels like, yes, you're moving forward, but is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this where I'm supposed to be going? You know what I mean? Okay, we also have I'm falling for you. Uh-oh. So you're very much aware that someone is interested in you. Whether this be sexually, romantically, or otherwise, someone is falling for you and your energy. Someone, every time they meet up with you, every time they speak with you, there's more and more attraction. There's more and more connection. Again, this could be romantic. I feel like for most people, this is speaking romantically, but for some of you, it could be more friendship or work dynamic. All right. Now, I would like you guys, a little interactive moment. I would like you guys to look up angel number 6551. Okay. If you feel called to look up 5651 as an angel number, you can do that as well. But go to your Google search, look up angel number 6551 meaning, and you will get a personalized message from spirit. And if you feel called to, okay, if you don't mind sharing, share what you got in the comments below, because everyone doesn't get the same message. Everyone doesn't get the same meaning, which is really cool, I think, as well. Okay. Now, what I can tell you about this number here already, we have the number 6 starting out. The number 6 is about balance. It's about harmony. So I feel like, again, this could be talking about romance. We do have number 6, the Justice card out here. This is Libra energy, okay? So Libra could be heavily significant here. The numbers 5 and 5 back to back are telling me there are changes that need to happen to build this harmony, to maintain balance in your life. But with the number 1 at the end, there are also changes that are happening, and changes that needs to happen that are specifically for your growth and for your benefit, not for the justice of all, for the fairness of all, for the good of all. Okay, so making sure that you know how to balance the effort and the give and take in your personal, life, personal journey, but also as far as your connections go and the people around you go. Okay. Now, we also have the word irresistible down here. So this is further confirming that someone is into you. You already know this, though. You already know that someone's into you. You already know that this person is attracted to you. You already know that you have magnetic energy. You already know that despite how amazing and how much of a baddie you are, not talking about gender or sex here, we're talking about energy, and you are a boss, okay? However, like we said, deep down something isn't right. There's something that's lacking. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what is the hidden info that you need to know. What is this hidden truth in this situation or about this situation? We have until death do us part. We have miles in this relationship. Somebody wants to marry you. Okay, if you're not already married, somebody sees you going all the way to the end with them, baby. Okay. We also have, I waited for years. Time has passed and I'm no longer waiting for you to leave him or her. No fucks given. And this is where the drama comes in. I knew it was going to be something. I feel like the drama that I'm feeling is not actually in the relationship. It's not actually the person in the connection or the person who's got this very deep loving feeling towards you. They're not necessarily the problem here. What the problem here is this other party that you're interested in, the other party that's interested in you, the other party that it's like, the trope, the story of the good guy versus the bad boy. You know what I mean? You have the good guy. You love the good guy. The good guy is everything to you. The good guy treats you well. But the bad guy, the bad boy is fun. The bad boy knows how to get you out of your shell. The bad boy knows how to create an experience and make you, you know, I almost want to say like make you enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn can be significant here. Scorpio, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo can be significant as well. We have clearing out their messages before they come home. So this is one thing that you don't know. Okay, so you definitely are unaware of how this party or these parties are feeling towards you, okay? Even though you have an idea like, oh yeah, I'm irresistible, like people, of course people like me for this and this. I knew that, right? We know that. What you're not completely aware of is the intention behind some of these actions. Although, yes, there's one party in this situation who everything they do and would do and will do is for you, is for the benefit of the relationship and the connection. There's another person here who's waited and who's watched and who's said, you know, that's not what I want from you. That's not what I want you to do. That's not how I want you to act. I mean, truly. And we do have this Libra energy out here with the Justice card. So I do feel like there's been a lot of people pleasing going on, or you're someone who's just very prone to people pleasing. And you have to be able, especially as someone who's trying to decide if this is a relationship they want to stay in, or if this is a connection that, you know, is lacking, is just needing more of something that this person can't provide. You've got to be able to be honest with yourself about that. So I do see, you know, with this Justice card, you can expect moving forward some shit to be, expect to have a lot of mental debates. Expect to go back and forth in your own mind quite a bit. Expect to be doing a lot more research and doing a lot more deep diving into who it is these people are, what they're looking for, and what you are looking for, my love. Because something's got to give, okay? That's the vibe. It's like something's got to give. I don't know what it is yet, but something has to change, okay? And you want to be able, with confidence, say, I've taken my time, I've thought about this decision, I've thought it through, and this is what I want. Okay, whether it's the relationship or not, whether you just want to sleep around, mess around, flirt around or not, whether you're done with relationships or not, whether it's pure attraction and fun for you, or you're looking for something deep, something that leads to marriage here. I mean, really, it is up to you. The Justice card, this Libra energy, reminds us all is fair in love and war, okay? We are all human. We are all figuring shit out. The only time where it becomes injustice is when there is oftentimes intentional or deliberate decision making that is not for the good of yourself or someone else, okay? And by good, I mean that encourages the harm or the dysfunction or the breaking down of, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, pile number 4. All right, is there anything else for pile number 4 that's wanting to come out here? I feel like there's something else that I'm missing, but maybe I'm just picking up your energy and you just really feel like there's a hole, there's a void that needs to be filled, okay? Something else with this Justice card that I do want to let you guys know. Again, this talks about you having a very strong character, okay? A very strong sense of morality. Excuse me. So please make sure that, you know, again, although things may seem right, although things may seem fair, and it's like, okay, well, I feel off, but everything looks fine. You have to understand that it will seep through the seams. it will get slipped through the cracks. Nobody's perfect and nobody can pretend for long. So if you feel like someone's not being genuine, or you feel like, you know, as genuine as someone's being, there's something missing, take your time to observe. Take your time to say that with confidence. Okay? All right, my love, let's go ahead and get into your last card. Your last card is going to be your advice, honey. It's going to be just a piece of advice to give you as you leave this reading, hopefully with a clearer mindset. Okay? If you guys are looking again for one-on-one advice and guidance, you can check the description below. My website is the one and only place that you can get advice from me, get bookings with me that are, well, one-on-one with me. Okay? And if you're not looking for that, I always love to see you here on my YouTube channel. Okay? Alrighty, let's get into your final message. Number 21, angels. It says, you have drawn this card today to remind you that you have your own personal group of angels who are here to support you and only you. I know that's right. Okay. Your angels are wonderful friends and an amazing asset. They have been with you throughout your entire life and love you unconditionally. Normally, your personal group of angels is assigned to you before birth, but over time, they can come to include loved ones who have passed away. They want you to be happy, and they love to create serendipities and synchronicities in your life to add a little spark of unexpected pleasure. It says, when you wake up, say good morning to them. Thank them for whatever you feel grateful for and tell them how you're feeling. Ask them for help with whatever's coming up in your day. No request is too large or too small. I like to ask my team for a sign to acknowledge my requests, and I ask them to make it so clear that I can't possibly miss it. Sometimes you will feel the presence of your angels or see sparks of bright white light. At other times, you might notice a glow nearby that can't be otherwise accounted for. They will use whatever it is at hand to get your attention in order to reassure and encourage you. So you make your request and then let it go. Your angels get back to you at the perfect time with a feather, a rainbow, butterfly, dragonfly, or a spark of light that most probably when you least expect it. Okay, so any of those could be confirmation. And keep your eye out as you're moving forward and communicating with your spirit team about what it is that you're looking for, okay? At least relationship-wise. Because those signs and symbols, not only will they come, but they will mean something very specific for each, based on each symbol. It says, your angels cannot make decisions or do the work for you. But once you truly commit to whatever you need or want, they will definitely contribute their magic and genius to your life. Oh, I love that for you, pile number 4. Like, what the heck? I feel like that was such a great way to end your reading. Telling you that no matter how the other people in your life are acting, no matter what the relationships are looking like currently and how you want them to look, understand there's always one deep connection that you always can turn to and trust on, and that is Source. That is your spiritual guide, your spiritual team, okay? You got this, pile number 4. I believe in you. I'm very excited for you. Please, if you feel called to, update me on this energy because I'm invested. Okay? I love you guys. I cannot wait to see you either in a private reading or right back here on my YouTube channel. As always, thank you, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye.